Okay, welcome everybody to Town Board meeting of Tuesday, November 12th, 2019. Starting with a few announcements. We have our ribbon cutting this Saturday, November 16th. The actual ribbon cutting will be at 11 o'clock. The event goes from 11 to 3. It's going to have sidewalk sales and the music and art and food and a scavenger hunt. It's a really cool scavenger hunt that was prepared. That'll be distributed soon. So everybody should come and celebrate our wonderful community. It's a celebration of everything local. And we have a blood drive also this coming Saturday, which is at, let's see where that's going to be taken. It's going to be at the Church of St. Mary the Virgin. And that's from 9:30 to 2 p.m. And that's going to be done with CVAC, as well as Houlihan Lawrence are co-hosting that. And there's also the Craft Festival, Craft Fair this Saturday at the Bell Middle School from 10 to 4. And what else have we got? I didn't have a chance to print some of these up. Well, coming up on November 26th, we have our Senior Holiday Fest. That's on Tuesday, and that's a Thanksgiving festival. And then we have our festival on actual Thanksgiving, Thursday, November 28th, and that's a Thanksgiving dinner, sponsored by the Town of Newcastle and the Interfaith Council. We have a tree lighting, December 7th at the Horace Greeley House. There's crafts and community sing at 3:30, and the tree lighting is at 5. Horace Greeley Scholarship Fund is having an event on Friday, December 6th at Chapel Crossing. That's for their poker, mahjong, canasta. Oh boy. And assorted board games, I got that all right.
That's easy.
That's easy, that is good. Game night, I should have stopped at that. And then the following week is Wine Around Town, which is being combined with Art Around Town. That's the following Friday, whenever that is. Okay, so that's pretty much it. Supervisor report, let's see, they did the final striping of the roads. Let's see what we got here. Last week we approved our inclusive playground and basketball court. We had our Holocaust, dedicated our Holocaust memorial last week. Let's see, working on a preliminary budget. The public hearing is scheduled for December 3rd. Let's see what else we got here. We had some, that's it. What's the story with Inwood Pumping Station? Did that, November 9th, did a changeover happen? I should know this.
Any changeover taking the mixing of the water?
Well, the different.
So, the schedule is a little fluid, no pun intended, and Sulzer, the company that did our pump, ran into a couple of snafus, and the pump had to be removed, brought back down to Pennsylvania. It's at their plant, and we're waiting to see how it gets reinstalled in the next couple of weeks. We're on top of it, not
Okay.
a problem.
So,
We'll let the public know as the date progresses.
okay, we'll get rid of it. Okay, that's the end of my supervisor's report. On to the town administrator's report. Jill Shapiro.
Steve, not a Yankee fan, all good. So unfortunately, we didn't receive any valid responses for the bid for the snow removal in the Chappaqua Hamlet. So we've asked the board for permission to rebid the project, and we were hoping that reworking the bid structure from price per season to price per snow event based on snowfall amounts will yield some additional bids. So with the board's authorization, we're going to issue the bid tomorrow, and we expect the bids back on Monday, December 2nd. Budget 2020, the Comptroller Rob Deary will be presenting the preliminary budget to the League of Women Voters on Thursday, November 14th at 11 in the Assembly Room. And you already talked about the construction update, and if anyone hasn't gotten their tickets for Gail Collins over at the Chappaqua Performing Arts Center, she's going to be there for a book signing and a fundraiser, and you should join us. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So now we, public comment, new business?
Thanks, guys. You can start pretty late.
Sorry.
That's all good. Santosh Nandabalan. I'm at 37 Fawn Ridge, Newcastle. My mom. We're up in Food and Water Action. I'm an organizer. This is James Gardino, but you can introduce him to Nyberg. We're here today because of the proposed dance scammer proposal in the town of Newburgh, New York. A lot of you may know about this. If not, it's a giant frac gas facility that's being proposed on our Hudson River. Right now, it exists as a little used facility, less than 5% of the time as a peaker plant. There's a proposal now with the Public Service Commission, which is expected to be filed within the next month to extend that from this little used plant to a full baseload facility. New York State has passed a pretty hallmark climate law, which puts renewable energy targets and really emphasizes moving to solar and wind. And after the Con Ed moratorium, Westchester got this big influx of money. Today, even Governor Cuomo denounced National Grid and said that New York City and downstate buildings aren't going to be dependent on them for heating services anymore. That is all kind of pending on a legal end, but here in Newcastle, we are hoping that you guys can pick up a municipal resolution opposing Dan Scammer. The city of Peekskill did this last month, citing the problems with climate. There's a huge amount of air pollution. Westchester County itself has an F rating from the American Lung Association. Personally, I have asthma. My brother has asthma. We want to make sure our air is clean. So from our end, this is a no-brainer. I'll pass around a little bit of info. I might have enough from everyone.
Can you email us too?
What?
Email us too?
I've emailed, I think the council hear this, but this was admittedly during elections time, so I don't expect you to have read it. Congrats. But just in case, I can leave this with the town clerk. But
Do you have a copy of Peekskill's resolution?
yeah, so included here is a simple one-pager detailing all the problems, which I'm sure you guys are pretty progressive, you understand, with adding frac gas infrastructure here in Westchester County. A elected official sign-on letter, which I encourage the 5 of you to get on. Right now, over 100 elected officials throughout the lower Hudson Valley have signed on, urging Governor Cuomo to stop the plant, and we're going to be organizing in the state legislature. Pete Hargam already has come out against it, but we're crossing our T's, dotting our I's to make sure that we go city by city, town by town to say no to it too. I'll leave these with you. But yeah, our goal is pretty simple here. We want to advocate for renewable energy and policies that push forward clean air and clean water in Newcastle.
But this particular project's in Newburgh.
It's in Newburgh. Air pollution doesn't know municipal boundaries, so that's why we're
That's not why I
advocating
asked
our
that
hometown.
question, I'm just curious, it was what municipality.
Yeah, for sure. And I'm happy to also answer any questions if you have about the facility. If you guys have heard about it, it's been on the news a little bit, but you do have an organizer here who's campaigning on it. So if you have questions, now's the time to ask. Do you guys have a temperature check on how you feel about it?
I mean, I think that, I speak for myself, I would support what your position.
So would I.
Great.
Okay,
Me as well.
cool. Do you want to add anything?
I have nothing to add in particular. Santosh really covered it pretty well. This regional solidarity on opposing fossil fuel infrastructure in general is extremely critical, and it's great to hear that you all seem to understand that and really appreciate that, and I appreciate that. So yeah, thank you, appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you for
Thank
coming,
you.
sorry to keep you waiting.
For sure.
Although it sounds
Very
like it's
atypical for us, we
sometimes,
normally don't do that. We're
Right.
usually very patient.
We weren't even that late, to be honest with you. I mean, this is, within an hour is pretty good for us. All right, thank you.
You're welcome to stay, but you don't have to.
Yeah,
It's
you-
okay.
In fact, I would encourage you not to.
Thank you.
All right, any other public comment? So, all right, terrific, so let's go on to our resolutions.
All right.
Thank you.
I move to approve payment of claims in the amount of $45,171.47 listed on the summary pre-check writing report detail. Voucher detail report be prepared on
Thank you.
November 12, 2019. Checks will be issued and mailed to each claimant listed on Wednesday, November 13th, 2019.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I move to accept the proposal of Steve Sherwood to to complete the appraisal of 2 parcels and a cellular tower located in the rear of the property for a price quoted of $5,000.
Se-
Is this the one in Millwood? The Millwood cell tower?
No.
Which
Sec-
one is this one?
Hunsley.
Hunts Lane.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
I move to authorize approving expenditure for tote bags for an amount not to exceed $1,650.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
I move to accept the following monthly reports for October 2019, Town Clerk, Court Clerk, Development Department, and Receiver of Taxes.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
I move to authorize the solicit for proposals for sludge removal at the Millwood Water Treatment Plant, which would include transportation and recycling services of approximately 350 tons of dry aluminum sludge.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I move to authorize the extension of New York State Snow and Ice Agreement contract as listed here for the season 2019 to 2024. Plow 22.70 miles of state roads within the town of Newcastle. Under the contract agreement, subtotal as offered is $64,024.76. The fixed cost that applied for the salt storage and the DTN weather service totals $1,929.43. Together, the 2019-20 season estimate is $65,954.19, bringing the total contract value at $329,770.95 for 2019 through 2024.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I move to adopt the following resolution. Whereas the town reissued an invitation to bid seeking bids for snow and ice removal services on certain sidewalks in the town of Newcastle.
Whereas.
Whereas the town did receive any valid bids in response to the October 16, 2019 invitation to bid. Now therefore be resolved that the town hereby authorizes town staff to modify as necessary and reissue the invitation to bid for snow and ice removal. Be it further resolved that the new invitation to bid for snow and ice removal services shall be returned on Monday, December 2nd of this year. And the town board, further be resolved, hereby authorizes and empowers the town administrator to take all necessary actions to implement the purpose of this resolution.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Are we gonna do
Would
Bobo's?
anyone like to give me something for number 8 here?
I move to second council member 2.
To draft and circulate for the town board's review a proposed license agreement for operating a coffee cart at the train station.
With Bobo's the current.
Bobo's, I thought, yeah.
Current
Bobo-
lessee.
Bobo's the tenant, current tenant.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I guess. Okay, sorry, should I have so moved?
Yeah.
Okay, so moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I move to accept the resignation of Daniel Puska from the Airport Advisory Committee. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I think we're holding off on number 10.
Yes, we're holding off on 10.
Keep going.
You want me to go? I move to authorize the payout of up to 3 vacation days for the following non-union staff. Robert Zioli, Jerry Morshell, Patricia Antonucci, Bart Carey, Mary Deems, Robert Deary, Sabrina Charney Hall, Josh Herman, and Alfred Cusio.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye. And I move to reappoint Eric Nicolason to the Board of Assessment Review for a 5-year term effective retroactively to October 1st, 2019 through September 30th, 2024.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
I think you gotta, the votes underneath the name.
Okay.
I think I speak on behalf of Adam Brodsky.
Yes.
Names need to be adjusted.
Yeah, how'd that happen?
Adjusted.
How'd you catch that?
I don't know how I caught it, just jumped out.
Okay. And I move to authorize the increase of the rental fee for the community center from $225 to $300 for Newcastle residents.
Wow, okay, sure. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, Ira, you get the long ones.
Oh, great.
This is it, it's the last one, right?
This is a resolution to authorize the renewal or extension of the temporary certificates of occupancy for the Chappaqua Crossing project. Whereas the town board has adopted resolutions in the past to authorize the issuance of temporary certificates of occupancy for Whole Foods, Chase, Lifetime Fitness, Pet Value, Fidelity Investment, Rocks at Chappaqua Crossing. And whereas the aforementioned approvals limited the issuance of the temporary certificates of occupancy for a period ending on November 12th, and whereas we previously extended this through June 25th, and now therefore be it resolved that the town board of the town of Newcastle hereby modifies the paragraph of the town board's December 13th, 2018 resolution and incorporated in its January 29th, 2019, April 30th, 2019, and June 25th, 2019 resolutions that, quote, no temporary certificate of occupancy shall be issued, renewed, or extended beyond 6 months from the date of the filing of this resolution, end quote, to read as follows. Be it further resolved that notwithstanding the temporary relief granted herein to no temporary certificate of occupancy for the existing retail space will be issued, renewed, or extended beyond February 29th, 2020. And be it further resolved that except as otherwise expressly amended herein, all other terms, provisions, and additions of the town board's resolutions dated December 13th, 2018, and so on and so forth, are incorporated herein by reference and shall remain in full force and effect and be applicable to the implementation and operation of the interim MBT plan referenced therein.
May I add one?
Yes.
To that? That this resolution is going to supersede the informal resolution that the town board adopted last week.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye. Okay, next one, Lee.
That was it, right?
No, isn't there this one?
No, we approved that list.
Oh, I don't know why it's in here.
So we moving to adjourn?
Second.
Some, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, look at that.